and welcome to Sports Extra. Yes, we can, and yes, we can. What is this? I'm Asia's first woman cricket commentator. That means I can. And the young ladies in the studios today, they can, definitely can. Yes, women can, and we have. If women don't walk side by side with the men, nothing's going to happen in this world. Trust me, nothing. Kuch nahi. So anyways, so women, when we stand up and we do things, we do different things, then this society moves in the right direction, it moves in a forward direction, and that is when the society becomes like a flower which smells great, not like like a place which has got a bad stench. So women have to do their bit. They have to stand up and do different things, go into different professions, go into different line of work to establish themselves in this society, and also so their parents, their families, their friends, everyone becomes proud of them. And like I said in the intro, and I'm repeating myself, is that then the society goes forward. Time to introduce our guest for the evening before I keep talking, and I can keep talking forever, you guys know that. Anyways, Assalamu alaikum Abia, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, I'm all good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you very much. And Hina, how are you doing?
I'm good.
How's the cycling?
It's going good, alhamdulillah.
Cool.
Going good.
And Dure, you're a scientist, huh? Do you watch? Did you watch these shows which come on science, like the I was watching
documentaries,
this.
And
No,
I think grown up with the National Geographic documentaries, and even the Pakistan
Big Bang theories. And
Big Bang theories, and so many.
Yeah. Those are nerds, and those are. You like Sheldon?
Kind of.
He's my favorite on the show. But anyways, we'll talk about that. But the main thing we are going to be talking about today is that, khawaateen jo chahe wo kar sakti hain, and they have hurdles, but if they have the will, the character, the resilience, they can do it. Well, let's first ask Abia what she had to go through, what football has done for her as a woman, as a person, how it's improved her in whatever capacity, and I'm sure sports does that to a person. Abia, what has football done for you as a person, and when you started as a kid, what kind of difficulties did you face?
Okay, so since my childhood, I was a very sporty kind of a kid. Like I used to play every sport at my school level, and I used to win every sport. So one day my mom, she heard about these football trials going on in my city in Islamabad. So she asked my dad that let's take her to the ground, let's take her to the stadium, and let's give her a platform where she can actually flourish her game, actually flourish her skills in a positive way. So at that time, I wasn't really interested in football, but just for the sake of my parents, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give the trials and I'm gonna appear for them.
What other sport were you interested in at that time?
Every sport. I used to play every sport. Athletics, basketball, netball, everything.
No cricket?
Cricket. I used to love cricket.
Thank God. You're speaking to
right now. Right now I also have a craze for cricket, and that is like a very big one.
And which team were you supporting in the
Peshawar's and me. Yeah.
Tum to badi khush hogi, that's great for you. Fantastic. So we'll keep talking to you, but also just go to the other guests, and then keep shuttling. Yeah. And Hina, you are a cyclist.
Yes.
And how did this start, the cycling bit?
Since childhood, everybody cycles in their area and Islamabad culture. So me and my sister used to just roam around the streets. But then in 2013, I just met a group in which they used to cycle. They had a Facebook page. So I joined the cycling page, and then by that I went to do cycling as a profession. So it's been...
When you say as a profession, you understand that you should be paid for it?
Yes.
Are you paid for cycling?
No,
yet?
No, not paid, because as a hobby, I started it as a hobby. But if I take it, it's an international level, on an international level, then I'll be paid.
Okay.
But now I'm just on the national level. We've got so many campaigns going on. Today we had our Women's Day rally in F9 Park, so I just came from that right now. And
so you've been a very busy woman.
Yes.
So see, what women can do and men can't do is we have different hats. We're a mother, we're a sister, a daughter, a friend. We can do cycling, then we can come to the studios to do you guys, you can't do so much. Ho hi nahi sakta. Okay, carry on.
So, but as a profession, I'll say as a profession and as a hobby, I started this, and inshallah I'll continue this.
Okay.
Throughout
So
my
you're
life.
enjoying cycling.
I love
And
cycling.
Durai, you have a totally different.
Yeah, but I would want to add, since the show is on sports, I would say that you get empowered through sports actually. That's an initial sort of foundation, because I am very blessed that I've been to the international schools here in Pakistan, and then I had an exposure to study abroad. So the credit goes to my parents that, you know, they made me do things like swimming and basketball and even rollerblading. I love to do rollerblading. Not a lot of women would like go out.
Where
and
did
do
you
rollerblading.
study when you went to study? America, or did you go to?
Yeah, I
America?
went to US on an exchange program, so I studied gender women studies and environmental planning. It was a certification course. And then I went to England for my master's, again on a scholarship, and it was in environmental studies and energy. So this is where my higher degrees were. But I'm telling you that it is a sports basically first thing that empowers you. So once you're sporty, you know, you've got the guts, and then, you know, you can take plunge that, hey, I can work in energy, I can be an engineer. So that kind of triggers that sort of an empowerment in you. So.
And what about your profession? Your scientist?
Talking about my profession, well, first of all, like when I returned back to Pakistan, I wanted to serve Pakistan because not a lot of women would come forward and be in the sectors like energy.
So you're
power.
in energy.
Yeah.
तो हमारी बिजली कब कम होना है अब जाना
So
बंद होगा?
inshallah, I think with the CPEC and there's so many projects in the renewable energy, we are working really hard. I work with Reenergy in Har, and we're working really, really hard to
Because see, what
have the
happens
alternative energy sources in Pakistan. We want to expand our resource energy mix. You know, that's a problem. हमारे पास
Okay.
the gas है, wind है, solar है, and hydro है, but हम उनकी तरफ जाते ही नहीं है. हम we're like we
I like your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I like your enthusiasm. Abhiya, you know, she's into energy, and has this ever happened to you that you're listening some really nice music, and just when you're into it, you're like, bijli will be gone. So then, people like her, this will not happen, inshallah, in the future with CPEC and everything coming in Pakistan. We hope that these things will
we
sort of
also,
diminish. And we'll one day, you know, we will forget that, you know, these things used to happen. Now tell me more about your football. How have you played internationally? Have you visited any international countries?
Okay, yes. So I hold a record for being the youngest one who have represented Pakistan internationally when I was 14. I debuted in Bangladesh, and I was the youngest one amongst every team to play for Pakistan. And then, yeah, Bangladesh South Asian Games, and I was called to USA on a Sports United exchange program in 2011, where I met Miss Hillary Clinton.
Oh,
and I was
fantastic.
I was hosted in White House.
So how did you tell me? How did you like her?
Actually, in the morning I was also at a program. I was as a chief guest over there, and I was telling the whole story over there that, you know, meeting a person who is at the level of Miss Hillary Clinton, you know, a person known worldwide and who is having some kind of a status worldwide, you know, having her sitting besides you and then actually talking about your country with her, you know. Because she was very shocked that that a girl from Pakistan, a girl of 15 years of age, who has traveled alone to USA and who is representing her country in between six different countries. So she was very, you know, passionate to know about what more girls can achieve in Pakistan and do really achieve besides the wheel, besides all that, you know, the image they have about Pakistan. So this is the point I feel very proud about that. I created a very, very positive image in front of someone, Miss Hillary Clinton, of course, that a girl of Pakistan who was able to debate on her and who was able to create a very positive image about herself and about her country.
And was she friendly, nice?
Yeah, she was nice. She was very friendly. She was welcoming. She was very enthusiastic about, you know, sports and national sports, and knowing that football is being played in Pakistan, and yes, there is a national team in Pakistan who is representing Pakistan internationally in international games. So yeah.
So, Hina, when you started your cycling thing, you know, these things happen in our households. You know, people would say, why would you want to go do cycling? It's not a popular sports in Pakistan. Or someone would say, what would a girl, you know, do? There's no future. Did something like this happen with you, or did your parents, your people around you, did they encourage you?
Mashallah, my father and my mother both. They used to, me and my sister were kind of, we were just out like a tomboy. So we used to be.
That's the best kind to be.
Yes, the best kind to be. And we were out in the streets throughout the day. So me and my father and my mother both, they brought up us like guys, like not like sisters, like brothers or their sons. So we were all around, and by having this kind of an tomboyish look and tomboyish habits, we used to be out in the streets. But still, this really helped me. Cycling as a childhood was my hobby as well, but when I just started doing this professionally or as a professional cyclist, so this really helped me, and everybody knew about it because I was really famous. Because everybody, when I used to just roam in the street, and it was like, are you the one who used to cycle? Now still, when I go to the petrol pump for my car to refill, they're like, don't you cycle anymore? They just everybody knows me and my sister
now.
Now
You must be so happy that with the cycling lanes
yes,
coming up, now you have
yes,
enough fully rights
Alhamdulillah.
where you can like now be on cycle and on
Bilkul. So this is the initiative which Islamabad has taken, but the mayor of Islamabad,
very
because
proud of it.
So, but tell me, have you done anything on a national level that you've done up till now, and that you participated in? Have you won something? What's happened with you?
On the 14th August 2016, we had a marathon race, Azadi race in sports complex. So we had, there were like 50 members of every age, like women, men, plus 50 and 15 plus. So I won the second prize. Yeah, it was second.
Well done.
So it was a 2-lap race. So I just won the second prize.
Oh, great.
So now I'm just doing it nationally, not internationally, because there's no platform right now.
I guess it's developing right now. No? The cycling, it's on a developing stage right now. So you're going to get to the international level very soon.
Yeah. It will take some time, but also I was talking to her off the air. I was telling her, when you get married, please get married to someone who let you cycle.
Exactly. That's a
you
very
guys
big
are
problem.
married, they shouldn't. And the same goes for you, to let you play football.
That's a very big problem.
And of course, Dure doesn't have any such problems. She would, she's the energy expert, so she'll be in control, right?
So I would like to, like, again, since we're talking about motivation, we're talking about sports, I would like to tell you that last year we had a very successful project with the US government. And it was where we trained like over 3,000 women in Pakistan on the women entrepreneurship skills. So we were motivating them, encouraging and training them to be entrepreneurs and start up their ventures. Like, say if you're very much dominant, passionate about cycling, so you can probably launch your own social enterprise, promoting that. Because yahi is Pakistan ka masla hai, because ek to hum second last worst country in terms of gender equality, which is actually very horrible. Samajh nahi aati kaise ho gaya. And the next is that we don't get jobs as well. Equality nahi hoti. So things like that. Usse phir ab ye hua ki on the success of that, I got another grant, or I have launched another project which says that we're going to empower these rural women entrepreneurs through ICTs. And what I noticed throughout my journey, like with the interaction of 4,000 women, ki inka problem kya hai, motivation nahi hai yahan pe. And we do need people like you guys, who are the motivators. And trust me, your 15-minute talk can give, like, it changed their life. And I was not expecting ki hamare women itni demotivated doing it.
So you guys should hook up after.
Yeah, so what we do is that we identify leaders like these guys, who are in field and doing cycling and footballs and things like that, and then we tell them that, hey, if she can do it, then obviously you can do it as well.
And continuing her story forward, like she said, that we ourselves have to create our departments, and if I am a footballer,
create your niche.
And if I am a footballer, so I have to create a space for the one who are coming besides me, the grassroots level and all. So recently I've also launched an academy of myself for the young blood who is interested in football, especially girls, so that women gets the chance to come and train under national footballers who are actually women, because there are certain things that parents do not allow their girls to be trained under men's or guys and all that. So breaking that barrier also, and carrying our
very valid point.
And carrying our sport forward. So I've also launched an academy for myself.
So it's fully taught, trainer, so you guys can be like the mentor to the upcoming generation, because it has to be someone.
Well, actually, men are not that bad. I mean, they're not that bad. I mean, I'm Asia's first woman commentator.
It's always
and
together,
I've always only worked with men. I've had men bosses. They've been great with me, and female bosses have been great with me also. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here.
No, at times, it's all
Not
about
at all.
providing
Actually, they are the ones who are your supporters. Basically, I have my colleague working besides me in my new academy. He's the one doing everything, everything, and I'm only the one sitting and relaxing in the end. He's actually the one who has his phone on his ear all the time, and he's after me like, we have to go do this meeting.
So
we have to
teamwork.
Yeah, it's always a teamwork.
Definitely.
It's always a teamwork, and that's that's a blessing. If you get someone that much, who is that much cooperative towards you, that's actually a blessing to have.
And talking about training, Hina, did you also get some training from someone? Cycling is a very, very professional sport worldwide. Did someone train you? Or are you planning to get trained by someone? Because I remember when I was a teenager, I used to have these friends who used to start cycling from where Gourmet Bakery is, F7, from there to the airport every day.
Wow.
Every day, and they used to come back in 2 hours. And for years, they used to do. Now they're all middle age and all, but anyways, they still could train you. I mean, that's why I'm asking, is someone training you?
When I started this, I was, as I'm just saying again and again, as a hobby I started it. But now it's been 2.5 years and I just bought my professional bicycle, the road bike. So by that, the Strava is a very good app in which you can just have all the tutorials for that. And my mentor is Sir Haroon Journal. He also came in one of the shows.
Oh yeah, he's been coming here. Yeah.
So he's my mentor basically, and
he's a very interesting chap.
yes,
I like his name
yes.
also, Haroon Journal.
Yes, Haroon Journal.
Yeah.
So he and his wife and kids are all in this profession.
Yeah.
So by that, I just start my by using all the GPS and on the Strava and everything. I just start my ride, and every day I've got a estimated goal of in a week. I am just planning to do 100 kilometers per week.
Wow.
So I'm just I just reached to 90 kilometers per week, and then the 10 kilometers I just skip it. But I'm just because we've got our national championship coming in end of April, so I'm just going to participate in that. So I'm just working on my cadence and everything. So and I go to the whole what do you call this, Kashmir highway in like 25 minutes.
Wow.
From F8, from my house to Kashmir highway.
And you're in F8?
Golra. I live in F8.
Oh, you're pretty close to me. I'm in F8 also.
That's great.
Okay, so one day maybe I'll sort of
Please.
follow you.
Yes, please.
And
I used to just complete this in 45 minutes, but now I'm just working on my stamina.
Okay.
And
And when
boosting
you
it up.
spoke of this bicycle, how expensive was the bicycle, the one you bought for the professional cycling?
It really depends on the gears, on the accessories and the gears you are having. In my cycle, I've got my 14 gear bicycle, 8 power bicycle. So on that, it was 30,000 rupees.
Okay, that's not that bad.
That's a starting. But as you just go and you're just into the profession, you just have to have more gears. Like there's 21.
More professional, more expensive.
More expensive, yes. But
Like
you can
any
just
other
start.
sport.
Like any other sport, yeah.
But you can just start with there are just 15,000 bicycles also available
Yeah, I
in Blue
used
area.
to have one of those
Training bicycles and all.
the racing cycles.
Racing cycles.
Yeah.
With a
With
handle
the
like
seat,
this.
which the small seat.
Yeah,
and- yeah.
So that's the one I have, but it really depends on the accessories and all and the gears you have.
And Duray, have you ever played some sport?
Yeah, I'm totally into sport. I cycle. I'm telling you, I'm into rollerblading. So this is what I'm trying to say, that I started with sports actually. That's the first thing that empowers you. So once you're empowered, then you're like, hey, I want to do other things now. But the only the thing that makes me different from you guys, I didn't take it as a profession, I guess. So yeah, but I'm very sportsy. Basketball, football.
So you should join our group.
Yeah, I should.
For sure.
Actually, should take out some time. And
And Abhi, when you started to play football, was it because of your brothers or someone who played, or was it just your own thing? You said your parents forced you. But once you went into it, what made you stay into it? Because we go into something, someone can force us, but we have to stay there.
Yeah.
So how did you manage to stay there? What inspired you to stay in football and not go elsewhere?
Yeah, actually it was because of my mom and dad that I entered football. And what made me stay into football was that first ever match I played when I was 12. and luckily I scored in the first 2 minutes of the game. The praise I got, being just a 12-year-older and whole crowd shouting your name and every player coming towards you and lifting you up, and after the match everyone coming towards you, clicking pictures and all. That was the moment I opt, like, now I have to give it my power. And then seeing something in the eyes of your parents that they wanted you to do something. My dad was a footballer at his time, my uncles were footballers of their time. So it was kind of in a blood. I can say that football is in my blood. So taking that forward, I thought that it's a good thing that I can make a name of my country abroad and raise the flag of my country abroad. Very fortunately, I've been able to do that. Yeah.
Well, also, when you started playing, and then you that match you're telling us about, and then you started to watch any football matches, English Premier League?
No, not at all. I'm not really into that. If it's World Cup, I'll gonna watch all the matches. But apart from World Cup, I don't have that much time to actually, if it's cricket, if it's Pakistan, I'll watch all the matches.
So you're a cricket buff,
not
a football buff.
If it's PSL, I'll watch all the matches.
Oh, okay. I was in Dubai last year covering the whole of the PSL there.
Yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, and I actually had a great time. This time I refused because I was doing a lot of work here for PTV World also, and then quite a bit of work for the radio and some international channels. So when you go to the PSL, you actually do no work.
Yeah.
That's only your sugar. I will give beepers for my channel, maybe some other channels.
Exactly, yeah.
But the actual work I managed to do this year because I was here during transmissions.
Covering everything up.
Yeah,
and
then I was doing a lot of work for the radio.
Yeah.
Then a lot of international channels approached me during the PSL because since it was coming to Pakistan, so a lot of solid work was done.
Yeah, interviews and everything.
Yeah. So then, who's your favorite cricket player?
Shahid Afridi. I just.
Allahu Akbar, theek hai, bhai, theek hai.
I am against. Throughout this PSL, I was at one side, and whole of my family, my parents, my cousins, everyone was against Peshawar Zalmi, against
supporting
Shahid
Quetta?
Afridi. They were supporting Islamabad. My brother was supporting Quetta.
Oh, I was supporting Quetta.
Yeah, but everyone was against Peshawar Zalmi and Afridi. But by the end of the PSL, when we actually lifted the trophy, I was the owner at that time. I was like literally owning everyone.
Okay. Now, Hina, also tell me, okay, fine, you during cycling and everything, and you just started it, and Mr. Haroon's helping you and everything. In the next 5 years, where do you see yourself as a woman, as a cyclist, as a person? And where do you see yourself? What's your aim in the next 5 years? I mean, 5 years later, you want to say, okay, Hina idhar hai.
I hope cycling, I'll continue my cycling till the end.
For that, you're going to marry a cyclist. Or someone won't stop you from cycling.
If my husband is not a cyclist, I will put him into a cycling.
That's she'll be the first to
because I can't
Fine,
even stop
we like that.
I'll just put all my family into cycling, inshallah. Yeah. And in the future, inshallah, I'll say I'll be more than a cyclist. I can't even just think of anything else.
So right now it's only cycling.
Right now it's only cycling. Other than
and what about you're also studying? I mean, anthropology.
I'm just doing my MSc in anthropology.
So what about that?
It's almost over. I'm just doing my thesis, and my topic is also on cycling.
Oh, anthropology kuch nahi, matlab you don't want to work on
That's not my subject. Basically, I applied my majors is in psychology.
Okay.
So in bachelor's I took psychology, and then I had to switch because there was a 1 year gap in my studies. So I had to switch to anthropology in order to just save that 1 year. And now I've just, if it's finished, so I'll just, if you're just talking about the profession as rather than cycling, I'll just apply. I was basically doing I was working in American Express in the American Embassy as a counselor, visa counselor. Okay. So by side by side.
I'm just kidding. I have no desire going there. No, none whatsoever. None.
Okay, I rejected
England fine, but
I rejected a couple of visas for the US.
I wouldn't have come to the embassy, never.
Really?
Never, not in a million years. No.
But as a profession, rather than cycling side by side, yes, I'll continue my American Express a job.
Oh, okay. I'm saying so because I refused some project they wanted to do with me last year, and I didn't. I said, well, America, I'm not going. So, but England, had it been England, I would have gone. But Dure, tell me, what's your goal now? You're doing this. This is very exciting energy project, and you have your sports and everything. How do you see yourself progressing as a woman? And if you got a woman sort of story that you want to tell us, which helped you become the sort of woman you are. We can see you emancipated, you're into your work, you're into sports, you're vibrant. How did all this happen? Who are the people behind this? Who are the people behind Dure?
Okay. It's a very tough question, I guess. There's a huge list out there, especially my parents, my siblings, and my friends for sure. And thank you guys. I am going to acknowledge you on TV now. So the thing is that with me, my family has been very supportive. I think without the support of your relatives and family in this country, it's hard to survive.
Oh, yeah,
for a lot of women, because when I go in field and the women would tell me that, hey, I can't even go to the university, and some of the women would actually tell me that I really want to be an entrepreneur, and my dad wouldn't allow me to do business and things like that. So I just wonder that is kind of like really shocking and sad.
But you understand that there are different kind of cultures, and the
So,
conservative
exactly.
people, the modern people, all kinds of
So
people.
what my aim right now is, like I've told you, that one thing that I'm doing is like I'm already an environmental professional, energy specialist. But at the same time, I'm doing a lot of things for the Pakistani women. And what I identify problems that how do I empower these? Like last year, what we did is that we had a basic entrepreneurial skill building program. So then just हम सिर्फ उनको बताए थे कि hey, how can you guys be an entrepreneurs? How could you start off your business? Like say cycling का social venture खोलना है, या we were training them that how are you going to do it? Now it's an upgrade उस project का, which actually is how can we empower these women in Pakistan through ICTs, which is information communication technologies, while sitting at home. And why I designed this program is that my findings, the major finding of the project was that a lot of women in Pakistan have got socio-culture barriers, right? And they can't move out, and they can't fight their family, right? We can't tell them that, hey, just leave everything behind and just be on the roads and leave everything that you have, right? So you have to come up with an approach where they could be empowered while within the same setting. और ऐसा ऐसा ही changes आती हैं, right? So this is what our plan is कि technology has got that power which can घर बैठे एक औरत laptop use करके ही business करती है, e-commerce, e-marketing, there's so many things, right? तो ये program हमने design किया, and this is the best part is for the rural women entrepreneurs. So गाँव की औरतों के लिए those regions.
Fantastic.
So it's like Fata, Gilgit. And we'll be launching inshallah next week. Please stay tuned. The name of the project is the Pakistan Wireless Women Entrepreneurship and Empowerment. It's called PARC W2E2, and you'll have our website, Facebook, everything. So ये basically मेरा plan है. So it's just खुद तो मैं हो गई empowered. Thanks to my family, my friends, my parents have been supporting. But I think now it's time that I should really work for and struggle for the women actually out there, because it really kills me that हम gender जो gap हमारा index इतना high है. We're second worst country. वो तो हमारे बाद it's only Yemen, and even Syria is above us. So the war.
No, but we'll improve. I mean, we're
will
making
improve. And the
efforts
only
during
reason
this.
We are actually
during this
improving.
government also.
No,
we're
we
making
are
efforts.
actually improving.
No,
We are
we're
actually
much better. We're much better in a lot of countries. The only reason is that a lot of our women, when they after universities, they would leave their they would leave their studies, or most of them wouldn't go pursue the professional careers. They're not going to be professionals.
Yeah.
Doctors भी हैं तो वो नहीं practically करेंगी, pursue engineers है तो वो नहीं करेंगे.
I agree with
So
this
you know
because
these things. That's why क्योंकि कभी भी किसी country का अगर आप उसकी employment through आप उसके profession से measure करते हो in the formal sector, जो formal sector में औरतें ही नहीं है तो फिर कैसे आपका आगे तरक्की
The
होगी, right?
education is getting wasted ना, जो सारा 14 साल लगा के पढ़ते हैं, that is getting wasted in the end. जब आके मुल्क को serve नहीं करते अपने concerned departments में आके, and they end up getting married and.
So your parents should also understand, like this thing happened in my family. ये I really support. आप मुझसे पूछती कि who is behind Dure, and what's my mother? I would say she has never forced me to get married or to लोग क्या कहेंगे वाली बात. It never actually came to my parents. Like do whatever you want, and then let me make my decisions, and I made my decision. I think
okay,
ये
this is a
होना
very
चाहिए.
good point.
And that is the reason we're successful in life.
I
you know?
think
That
so.
is the reason we're
I'll
successful.
ask you girls also. Very interesting point that Dure has raised is that her mother's never forced her to get married or anything. You guys are also now. How old are you?
I'm 21
So
now.
that's pretty marriageable age in Pakistan. Unfortunately,
My parents will be watching this.
So what's the situation? Has someone forced you?
Never.
And what's your reaction on it if someone has? No?
Once my mom asked me that, the time is coming up, and
The time is coming.
I was like, not another 5-6 years, just leave me alone.
Okay, so she's fine with that?
Yeah, she's fine with that. There's no
keep
pressure.
studying, na?
Yeah, I am studying right now.
More and more after
yeah, I've already told them that till the day I'm not stable enough, I'm not whatever I wanted to achieve in life, till the day I haven't reached my mark, just please don't question me about it. So they're fine with it.
So you're pretty firm about it?
I'm pretty firm.
I
have to achieve my targets. Yeah.
And Hina, what about you? What's your take on that? And has anyone in your family talked to you about that? Maybe not very forcefully, but bete shadi ka waqt aa gaya, socha hai kuch pasand hai koi, something like that.
My parents are really liberal. They're like, if you just like someone, just let us know, and we'll just do whatever the ceremony and everything. But I'm just fine with it. Like, if time aayega to ho jayegi. They're just looking for the rishtas and everything, but I don't even mind it. But the thing
what
is,
about when the rishta comes? It is so. I mean, I don't want to say anything. But what about rishta? These people come and sit on sofas, and the girl has to carry. Ji, main aapko chai kitni chini piyenge? All that. When someone like you girls, and for instance, if I take, if I go back in my time.
I could never go with the tea tray. I could never go with the tea tray.
And in my time, it was, my parents could never ask me that. I am someone very, very firm about everything. And my father sometimes says, I am their mother, because I'm like very strong, and I had to be. I mean, in that time, the sort of thing I faced when I was, I wanted to be a cricket commentator, etc., wasn't easy.
Yeah.
I mean, still isn't that easy. But then, like I said in the beginning, I met some really nice people, some good bosses, men and women both here at PTV, at radio, who supported me. And then by that, I created a record for them.
Yeah.
I mean, we still don't have a cricket commentator in Asia. I'm still the first cricket commentator in Asia. And still the one who's commentated test matches, one-day international World Cups. I was commentating the PSL also for the radio, and here also.
Yeah.
So, these things you need to fight, and you need to be firm even with your parents.
Exactly.
Is that a bit hard when you have to be firm with your parents? Because just mujhe hota tha ki, if I was hard with them, a bit not too polite, later
you would regret.
And you sometimes feel like that.
This is the time, you have to take a stand for yourself, but keeping in mind that you are standing for something that is understandable. That is for standable. That is not anything wrong, But fortunately, I'm blessed with the parents who understands us more than ourselves. They know that we won't do anything against them or against their desires or everything. So
my parents were very like that also. They actually experimented with me in a sense that they never stopped me from wearing whatever I wore, or meeting whoever I wanted to wear, or go wherever I wanted to go, or make my own decisions.
Same here.
And that is how you develop a strong personality. I feel, women, if they want to be strong, they need parents like that. Who will support them, who would sometimes ignore. Sometimes if they're a bit rude, they let it go, let it pass. Realize what they're going through. Otherwise, you can't get cricket commentators, cyclists,
you can never achieve your
people,
goal.
footballers, cricket players. You can't get these people.
Yeah.
To have more and more of these people, we need supportive parents and brothers and sisters.
That we need motivators at every point. So I'm telling that I never thought कि हम जब program करते कोई women entrepreneurship का या कोई technical skill building ICTs पे करते तो हमें वहाँ पे motivational speakers चाहिए होंगे, But this is the reality. And even with the feedback forms, जब मैं उनसे feedback forms करूँ या interview बाद में evaluation के लिए करवाऊँ session, तो they always say that, hey, that person that you got, like Ghulam Fatma हो गई या कोई भी मुनीबा मुजारी होगी, we have listened to their story and it has changed our lives and it really impacts.
Yeah, me and Muniba Mazari were motivational speakers at NUST recently, 6 months ago.
ये भी होता है कि one woman has to support another woman at the same time. A man, we can't do anything without men. Like you said, I pretty much agree, because we're not feminists here, we're activists, and at the same time we're empowering them, providing them enabling environment. So I was saying
Men have a role in our lives.
Men
There
have
is
a-
no,
no,
there is no denying that. They have a role as a father, as a
yeah, you're
husband,
perfect.
As a brother,
Jason,
exactly.
now,
as
for
a
example,
brother,
you
as
know,
a friend. They have a role.
I you know
And,
what my biggest scare I was scared of driving actually I would never drive मेरा हमेशा मैं हर कुछ कर सकती but I would never drive तो मेरे अपने सारे जो बंदे friends हैं सबने बोला कि कैसी empowerment तुम करती हो and you're not empowered yourself you know
Yeah,
and you're not on wheels and that actually made me think I'm like yeah they're very right and then what I did that I joined driving school during my office hours lunch break में आधे घंटे के लिए and that lady she taught me so well so you know these things it's a skill
course,
actually
yeah.
but anything can be done in this world. It's only your adamancy and your motivation that leads to do
And
it.
you know, your parents, your siblings, they actually build up as your backbone, you know. They're the ones standing firm behind you. You're progressing, but they're the reason why you are progressing towards the society.
Like
and-
Duras just told us a story. You girls, also you, and I like you and Hina to tell us a story about your fare, something that someone helped you with, like her driving fare. Did one of your male friends or cousin or someone help you get over the fare, or your father, or anyone?
I have 2 to 3 male friends. My family knows them very well, and they have always been very, very supportive towards me. Whenever I have ever encountered some issue, or recently I got one of my best friend, my childhood friend, passed away. So that was something.
Yes, we did an interview together.
Yeah,
with
she
her.
was here on
She
your
was here
show
with you
2
last
years
time,
back.
yes.
Yeah. So that was a time when I literally lost myself because I was so shocked. Right now, today too, I could not even accept her demise. So there was a friend. Mustafa is his name. He has always been there for me. So he spoke to me about it, everything that everyone has to go someday, and it was her fate. She had to die. God has written for her, and because I can't tell the whole story because that is all those
Absolutely, emotional
feelings
for
and
you.
all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are people in your life. There are your male friends, your father, your brother, your cousins who are actually those people who make you what you are. Today I'm sitting over here as Abiha Haider, as a national player of Pakistan. But I'm not only what I am. There is a whole family, a whole bunch of people behind me who has always helped me to be who I am today, right now. Yeah.
And Hina, what about you? I mean, she told us a story that's really close to her heart. Dure also told us the driving story. Tell me something, because the thing is, we don't want to exclude men from our lives. It's not that, this is a
We
women's
can't
day.
do that.
So,
We
we
can never
can't
do
do
that,
that. I
yeah.
mean, they can't exclude us, definitely
Exactly.
they can't. But we can't also exclude them. It is, it's like, wheels of a car or of a train, and they're like 2 sets of wheels. So men and women are 2 sets of wheels, and both the wheels have to go together, go in the same direction to take the car forward, to take life forward, to take it in
Both
the right
are
direction.
the supporters for each other.
Yeah.
We are for them and they are for us.
Absolutely. And what about you? Just tell us a nice story.
Yeah, the only male friend I have in my entire life I had is my father. The motivation and the support. He was the one. He taught us how to drive the car. He took us 6 months just to make us perfect in doing the reverse thing. And he made us independent. Once we had our Pak Turk scholarship program, so my sister won that, and she was told to just go to Turkey by herself.
Oh,
so my mother
what
was
a country!
What a country!
What
to
a
go.
beautiful country by Turkey! Wow, wow, wow.
So my mother was afraid to just go let my sister go alone. So my father talked to the Pak Turk schools that can the little one go, and they were like yes. So me and my sister went, and my father supported us. My mother was afraid because it was like back in 2005. So he's the main mentor, and he's the main guider who has just made me through.
So then you went to Turkey.
We went to Turkey.
And how did you like it?
It was lovely.
Where in Turkey did you guys go?
We went. It was a 14-day trip. We went to Istanbul, Kayseri, and Konya.
Okay.
So we just.
So did you see the Rumi, the
bilkul the blue mosque and the
Darweshis.
Darweshis and the whirling Darwesh.
Turkey is like second home for me. My son
It's
studies
beautiful.
there. He
Acha.
studies in Ankara, and we've got an apartment there, so it's second home for me now. And even before he just started to study this year. So even before that, we visited like 4 or 5 times, almost every year. So Turkey is a place which is very, very close to my heart. Pakistan, after Pakistan is Turkey.
It's a best
And
place
it's
to live.
just so close to me, and I'm that kind of person, very, very outspoken and very clear about my views. Like I was just saying, you know, I never want to go to America because I never want to go. I went once and I have no desire to go again. And the places I have desire to go, traveling is a great thing. I mean, you know, Europe is great. I mean, Turkey is fantastic and it's part of Europe in a way, although it doesn't have the EU, but it's a part of it. But so you enjoyed that trip, huh?
It was lovely. In 2005, yes, it was a 14-day trip, and we were really we didn't know anything to do, because that was the first trip to just go to in the plane. Everything, we just left our boarding pass on the airport and everything. But it was a trip to remember, and my father really supported us to go just all the way back.
It's a fantastic country, and they're really nice people. You know, they're very, very friendly.
We just loved Pakistan.
Yeah,
they were like Zinda Pakistan. It was a
yes,
Musharraf.
yes, they
it was a Musharraf era, so they were like Zinda Musharraf and everything.
Yeah, they say all
they loved it.
Yeah. And Abia, tell us, what is your experience as far as going abroad is concerned, traveling, and how did it help you as a person? Because absolutely helps you grow as a person when you travel.
It has helped me a lot. Like speaking about myself, I've been.
You went to America?
I've been to America. I've been to Bangladesh for two times to Bangladesh I've been to Sri Lanka. I've been to Dubai. So yeah, it develops your personality in a way no one can match. You know, my confidence level has been got to a level that, you know, now I can even speak in between. I have actually spoken in front of 40 to 50,000 people for a political party, for a very big name. He invited me.
Acha, wo nahi baat karenge.
Yeah, I know. I won't be taking the name. I know the pros and cons, but yeah, he invited me personally, being the national footballer, to his jalsa and all, and I went there, and actually I spoke in between 50 to 60,000 people. So I guess that was something very big, you know, being you know, speaking.
That's great. That's great for a woman. You know,
That's
it helps
great
you grow as a person. And Dure,
it helps you grow.
You studied abroad. I'm sure you've been abroad on projects and all. How did it help you? Quickly tell me as a person, because we're coming to the last minutes.
The thing is that I do a lot of cross-border interactions and regional collaboration programs, Nepal, South Asian women leaders and all. So I think it kind of, you get to know people from different cultures, you learn about them. It's a lot of information sharing and learning. So, you know, that's what the two things that you do, exchange hota hai aapka, cultural and information.
But as a person, you grow
as a person. Yeah, because it kind of molds your personality. You know, because knowledge hub is very important. So आप एक smart बंदे बन जाते हैं. आपका ज़्यादा exposure, you can talk to people actually.
And the biggest thing is,
quickly, because we have to close the program. So quickly say what you're saying, and then
I was just saying that you carry the flag of your nation on your chest. You know, so that is the biggest responsibility, that you're not only representing yourself, but you're representing all those millions people who are living back in Pakistan. You know, so that is the biggest responsibility, that you are being an ambassador. You're being an ambassador for your country. For
absolutely. Well, thank you very much, ladies. Thank you very much, Abiha. Thank you much, Hina. And thank you very much, Dure, for being here. It was a pleasure talking to you. Fabulous. Just chit-chatting, because usually my program is, of course, very heavy duty about cricket and other sports also, mainly about cricket mostly. I enjoy that immensely, of course. That's why I'm doing it, because I'm not that sort of person who would be doing it otherwise. But this I really enjoyed, chit-chatting to girls younger than me and having a lot of fun with you guys. Thank you very much for being in the studio.
Thank you for having us.
With that, we come towards the end of this show, and of course, I hope you enjoyed the program. I enjoyed being with these young ladies, and like I said in the beginning of the show, we can, and we do, and we will make everyone proud, because we are the women of Pakistan. We are the proud carriers of this flag, the Pakistani flag. On that note, take care. Bye-bye.